I'm using an Auto AI model to predict Bitcoin BTC prices. The model looks at past data to make predictions about what might happen next. But to make things more interesting and realistic, I also add in random uncertain factors that can cause big price changes, like unexpected news, sudden shifts in the market, or changes in how investors feel about Bitcoin. These factors are hard to predict, so they make the model's predictions a little more complicated. Now, even though the AI model does its best to be objective, when we're building and fine-tuning it, human judgment inevitably comes into play. This means that the choices we make, like picking which data to use, deciding which factors should be part of the model, and setting different parameters, can all add a bit of subjectivity. These decisions can influence how the model performs and, in turn, affect how accurate the predictions are. So, even though the goal is to create something objective, there's always a chance that human input will shape the results. Because of this, using an automatic AI model helps solve some of these problems. By minimizing human involvement in the process, the model can rely purely on data-driven insights. This makes it less likely for personal judgment or biases to affect the outcomes, allowing the predictions to stay more consistent and objective. With automatic AI, we get a system that's more focused on the data and less influenced by human decisions, leading to better and more reliable results in the long run. BTC prices, there are a variety of methods that can be used, but today I'll focus on comparing two models, the LSTM, long short-term memory model, and the Auto AI model. Both models try to predict how Bitcoin prices will move in the future, but they do it in slightly different ways. First, let's talk about the blue line, which represents the BTC price prediction made by the LSTM model. LSTM is a type of artificial neural network, and it's great for analyzing time series data, which is perfect for predicting prices based on past trends. The LSTM model looks at historical Bitcoin prices and learns from them to make future predictions. However, as you can see from the chart, the predictions are a bit erratic. While it tries to capture the general trend, it's not always perfectly in sync with the actual price movements. The blue line might rise or fall, but there are times when it doesn't quite match the reality of the market. This can happen because the model is highly sensitive to the data it has been trained on, and it can sometimes overfit to noise in the data. Now, let's look at the orange line, which represents the prediction from the Auto AI model. The Auto AI model works a little differently. Instead of just relying on past data, it introduces an automated approach that considers more factors, like uncertain events or shifts in the market. This means that the Auto AI model tries to predict Bitcoin's price not just based on what has happened before, but by incorporating other potential influences that might cause the price to change. The orange line tends to be a little smoother compared to the blue line, and in some cases, it does a better job of tracking the overall market movement. However, the Auto AI model doesn't get everything perfect either. It's still just a prediction, and the market is always unpredictable. When comparing the two, it's clear that each model has its strengths and weaknesses. The blue line, or the LSTM model, is more reactive to past trends, but it sometimes struggles with sudden shifts in the market. On the other hand, the orange line, which comes from the Auto AI model, attempts to consider a wider range of factors, making it a bit more flexible. However, this can also mean that the predictions are not always 100% accurate.